Hi, everyone. How are you? I hope everyone is having an amazing day. I am not sure what's going on with the live chat still. I think I just read something that YouTube is fixing it. So, if you have comments, just come back and let me know that you're watching. So, I'm here because I want to talk to you about some amazing success stories that literally just happened to me this morning. And I also want to come in and talk about a viewer's comment and about how confidence is not a big deal about manifesting. And that is so freaking funny because confidence is where it's at. You feeling confident in yourself and you feeling confident and you being able to have whatever you want, that is where it's at. Trusting in yourself, believing in yourself, that is the only thing. Like Neville says, change the conception of yourself and the world will automatically change and conform to you, to your new self-concept, that we don't have to change people or things because they're just messengers, right? Telling us who we are. That is straight from Neville. And it is so funny to hear read these other comments. But before I get started, thanks for being here. Thanks for your support and your love and liking my videos and sharing them. I appreciate that. And I'm so happy to hear all the success stories that are coming in from the meditations that I've made. And if you're new, my name is Rose. I am a success and confidence coach. Hello, because that's where it's at. And what I do is I help people get out of their own way so that they can have the life that they desire or dream of. And the way that you do that is by believing and trusting in yourself and getting rid of all the old garbage stories that you've adopted since you were little. Not on purpose, okay, but this is how we learn to get out of our own way, and we're just shedding. Manifesting is about shedding all the old beliefs and all the old stories that you have that's saying that you can't have something, but you can. You can have whatever the hell you want, right? But the belief has to come from within. You can't lie. You can't hide from your mirror. Your mirror is your life. Okay, your mirror is experiences that you personally are creating. My experiences and your experiences are going to be different because we have our own belief systems within us. There's no common belief. There's no general belief. There's no common thing that we're all agreeing on. No. You are constantly being reflected, all of the beliefs that you hold about yourself, how you see yourself, and how you view the world. And that is a concept that you want to change. Self-concept just means self-image. All right, the way that you speak to yourself, think about yourself, what you believe about yourself, and what you believe about others. So that is all changing your self-concept means. And I was talking to a friend about how Neville would talk about this so much, changing the concept, but he never really got into it. He would just say, oh, just don't think of yourself that way. He didn't get into things like as many of you know, I am a licensed psychotherapist, and I have been for years. I no longer practice as a mental health therapist, so I am now just solely focusing on coaching. But when I was working with my patients, right, back then, when I didn't see them as whole and complete, right, they were diagnosed. I was diagnosing people with body dysmorphia, anorexia, depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, all of these different diagnoses, not knowing then, right, that these are self-image, okay, these all are coming from within. So are these diagnoses real? Do people really have these symptoms and these diagnoses? Yes, they are. And people actually struggle with these symptoms because they are now identified with this diagnosis. So they must live out this diagnosis. So, and this is not what this video is about, but that just came out for whatever reason for anyone that needed to hear that. So let's get back to the confidence and then the success stories. First of all, okay, I have two different things. I mean, there's three. There's actually so many success stories that I have right now. I got to post one about someone actually getting in contact with their SP. That was a cool one. I'm going to post that one in the community tab when I'm done with this video, and on my Instagram and my Facebook. That's where I post all my success stories. And sometimes I forget about community tab, and then I'll post them in the Facebook group because we're really active over there. And by the way, my Facebook is free and it is for the ladies, and it is all about self-concept. We don't remunerate. We don't talk about problems. We don't talk about why it hasn't shown up. No, what I talk about though, we talk about recipes, working out, fitness, your pets, how you're spoiling yourself, how you can spoil yourself, what you're doing, how you're feeling, those kind of things, because that is all the keeping the focus on you. And all the ladies in there are very supportive and they're doing the same thing. So let me get to the success stories. Okay, so I have a few. So one of them is, many of you know that I manifested my son to get a job at Starbucks. And then later on, I manifested him to get full-time because they were only giving him like less than 20 hours a week. And he was getting really sad. And he's like, how am I ever going to save up for my car or whatever if I can't even? And I'm like, okay, I'm still teaching him about manifesting, that he is it, okay? The other thing I've been working on focusing with him is him being happy, healthy, and fit, and having amazing relationships, including the one with himself, because he was very depressed and was not feeling good about himself. So I'm like, no, it's me. I have to hold him in the state that I want to see him in. So fast forward, I got him his job at Starbucks, and then they got him up to 40 plus hours a week, nonstop, continuously, not just once. And they've promoted him to a supervisor. And mind you, he's in the stores that he's in, no one else has these promotions or these amount of hours. And everybody's looking at him like, how the hell are you doing this? And today he just sent me a text saying that they nominated him to be in the barista championships. So it's like some kind of Olympics for Starbucks baristas on how fast or how well they come up with drinks. And he actually said he wanted this a couple of weeks ago, that he wanted to be in the championships and he wants to win that thing. So today they just nominated him and he is over the moon excited. So his self-esteem is like, woof, is like keeps growing and growing and growing. So for all you mommies out there and you're worried about your babies, don't. Start seeing them in the state that you want to see your child in. And this includes your friend, your parents, your whoever, right? Just don't acknowledge what you don't want. Focus on what you want, okay? And the turnaround is really fast. I'm just like, every day he comes home, he's telling me he's getting raises and promotions and making friends. And he met some girl now he's talking to. And I'm just like, oh, you're fine. You're just going to keep getting better. Okay, so here's another really cool story that I've been like so excited to come on and share this with you all morning. All right. So as many of you know, I want a horse, okay? And that's all I've said. It's like, I take horseback riding lessons. I love horses. I always have. And I just kept thinking, I've been thinking like, I want a horse. I have no idea. I live in Chicago. I live in the city. I'm like, how the hell am I going to get a horse? And I'm like, I don't even know how much a horse costs or how much it costs to keep a horse. I just know that it costs a lot of money. So I've been taking riding lessons to learn more and more and more about all of these, and all the little ingredients of owning a horse and boarding a horse and caring for a horse. So all of those things. So I'm just enjoying learning about horses. So, okay, so about a week ago, I want to walk you through the whole manifestation, because you're going to see how when you are inspired to take action, to do something, I want you to just lean into it and start saying yes. If you feel the pull to do something, instead of saying, nah, I don't want to. No, I want you to start paying attention to when you want to say, nah, that's no big deal. What does that have anything to do with what I want? Trust me, it all does, and you're going to see why. So about a week ago, I was looking in my living room and I'm like, oh, I'm not really feeling this picture too much. And in my entry. So I think I want to change that picture. So I took that picture down and I had another picture of a horse's face that I took several years ago. And I'm like, I want to put that out there because that'll look cuter. So I switched pictures and I just like felt like doing it. So I just said, I'm going to put it up here, right? And along with that, before that, I felt inspired to like redecorate my bedroom and buy different decorations in there. And I'm like, yeah, this is totally feels luxurious in my bedroom now. So that all started me wanting to put the horsey picture on the wall. Okay. So, all right. So I did the horsey picture, and I'm telling you guys all of this for a reason. I want you to see how when I get inspired, I just do it. I don't know why, I just do it. Okay. I know that I am being divinely led to do it. Okay. So then what happened is a couple days later, my refrigerator broke down. All right. So then I'm like, oh my God, I have all this food in the refrigerator. And I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with all this food? And the refrigerator was like literally dying. It was like, rah, rah, and it was on its last leg. I can hear it. So I called the owner and I said, hey, I need to go buy a refrigerator. And he's like, just go do it. Just go do it. And I'm like, okay. So the funny thing is a couple of weeks before that, or maybe like a few weeks before that, I wanted a new refrigerator. I said, I want a new refrigerator and I want a new stove because these are ugly. And I was like, oh, I'm like, but whatever, we'll see. It'll be cool, but yeah, it's not necessary. I'm like, whatever. So here we are, the refrigerator breaking down, right? And then he says, go buy one. So I go buy a nice new pretty refrigerator. All right. And then I set up the delivery. Okay, fast forward to today. Today is delivery day for my refrigerator. All right. The refrigerator comes in. I'm like, yes, right. Got a new fridge. This is awesome. The delivery people that were here, one of them came in and he looked at my picture of my horse. And he said, is that your horse? And I said, no. I said, I just love horses. And he said, me too. He said, me and my family have a ranch with horses. And he said, I just love collecting horses. And he said, we have stables and we rent them out. And he said, it's just so much fun. And we have ducks and geese and chickens and cows and all of these things. And I'm like, oh my God, you guys have a full on ranch. And he's like, oh yeah, we do. And I said, that is so cool. And then we kept talking about his different kind of horses. And he said, well, why don't you have a horse? And I said, I'm taking riding lessons right now. And I'm like, I do want a horse. And I said, I'm just, I don't know really, what kind of horse I want or how to go about it, whatever. So I'm just like, getting comfortable with all of the ingredients of owning a horse. And then he kept doing his job, and then I had to go take care of something and blah, blah, blah. And then he was done. They were done installing the refrigerator. And then before he left, he said, you know what? He says, you are such a cool lady. He said, I really appreciate you. A lot of people that I encounter, he said, they're like mean and they leave me horrible reviews. And he said, you are just so cool. You were really nice to talk to. And he said, so thank you. And I said, you're welcome. I said, I will leave you a good review. He said, you know what? Here's my phone number. He said, I would like to give you a horse. And I was all, what? And he said, I would like to give you a horse. He said, I donate horses to different campaigns, like with kids with autism and what. He said, but he says, you deserve a horse. He says, you want a horse, you should have a horse. And I kid you not, and I even did this on purpose for all of you, my beautifuls, because I was like, and then he left and I was like, thank you. And then I was all, and then when he left, I started laughing. I'm like, did he just say he wanted to give me a horse? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to text him the number he gave me. And I want to make sure I heard this right because I was laughing. And then I thought, oh my God, I have to see this in writing so that I wanted to share it with you guys. Okay. So here is a text from me. I say, hi, just wanted to say thank you and keep your number. Did I really hear you correctly about wanting to give me a horse? And he said, yes, keep my number. You can stop by my ranch anytime you would like. And yes, I have a horse you can pick from. Or if you want something else, I can find it for you. So I'm not, this is like, what the hell? It's like, how? So what I wanted to show you guys is one, look, I literally rolled out of my bed because I even missed the call that they were here to deliver the refrigerator. And I rolled out of my bed with my hair in a bun. And I was like, still like fumbling around. You know how when you first wake up, you're just like, what's happening? Answering the door, okay, to let these people in. I'm like totally like, what the heck? Okay, I forgot about the fridge kind of feeling, right? And I am like, what the hell? So all of this backstory I wanted to show you, like me wanting to put that horsey picture ignited his conversation to ask me about horses, right? Which gave us the conversation to talk about horses. It wasn't, everything is on purpose. And I also want to show you that I literally rolled out of bed to the kitchen to receive a horse. I didn't even have to go anywhere. I didn't have to research a horse. I didn't have to call anybody. I didn't have to ask people how much a horse costs. I didn't have to go try to make it happen. I didn't visualize it. I didn't go into sats. I didn't imagine myself, someone saying, I want to give you a horse. Literally, I did nothing but roll out of bed, and someone comes to me in my house and says, here, you want a horse? I got one for you. I'm like, seriously, no effort whatsoever required. So for all of you who are wondering how something is going to come to you, it's not your problem. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to figure it out. Like literally, people, this came to me on a silver platter. Like seriously, I didn't have to get dressed for it. I mean, I was in my pajamas, but I didn't have to do anything to make this happen. That's what I wanted to share this amazing story with you. And I got a refrigerator. Do you see how everything was connected? The refrigerator, the horse. It was, how the hell was I supposed to know that me wanting to manifest a refrigerator and me having a refrigerator delivered was going to lead me to someone giving me a horse? I could have never orchestrated that. So trying to figure out how things happen, how they roll out for you is a literal waste of time. All you have to do is trust in yourself. Now, let me go to the comment that someone left about. So I posted, one of the success stories that I posted in my community tab was about someone manifesting, feeling confident in themselves, feeling peace, feeling like they can trust in themselves. And you can read it. And I actually decided to remove this person's negative comment because I don't need any of that crap on here. And I don't want any of my viewers reading these naysayers. It's like you might encounter someone else, but I'm just like, you know what? I don't got any time for any negative vibes in here. So I'm like, whatever. So, but what he said, he was like, what, no big deal. It's not like she manifested anything. And I'm like, yeah, you only manifesting confidence in yourself is like saying you found the golden key to having everything you want. Okay, so who cares if you manifest a coffee, a car, which I manifested a free car, a free laptop. I'm like, I manifest stuff all the time, but you can manifest that stuff and still feel really crappy about yourself. And then you still struggle to, why can't you figure out how to keep going and manifest all these other things? When you lack confidence, right? When you feel confident in yourself, you're like, you already know that it's already going to work out for you. So you just keep going and going and going because you know it's an endless stream of where you get to pull from. So manifesting confidence is like the shit. That is exactly what you want. You want to trust in yourself. You want to believe in yourself, because without that, you're going to be going back and forth, getting hot and cold results. You're going to try to figure out, well, how did I do this? And how did I do this? It's like, you don't have to figure out how you did anything. You just have to believe in yourself, trust in yourself. This is all I've been saying forever, for the beginning. It's like, okay, so I remember when I first learned about manifesting, and I was told, I'm not going to name names, but I was told by a coach that the reason that I didn't have anything is because I didn't love myself. And the way that it was presented to me was almost berating and beating yourself up with a stick to continuously affirm all day long that you love yourself, that you love yourself, that you love yourself. And I tried that, and I literally felt more like crap more than anything, because I'm like, what makes this person think I don't love myself? And I kept trying and trying and trying. And the way that some people present self-love almost makes it seem like it's a punishment or a reward, and that you have to force yourself to do it. Otherwise, you can't have what you want. And I'm here to tell you that that's a bunch of bull crap. Okay. If you ever feel like this is hard or frustrated and you feel anxious and you feel like you're trying too hard and that you're trying to love yourself too much and you're trying to trust in yourself too much, take a step back, lean back, lean back. Even yesterday, like literally yesterday, I was in my car and I was on the way to an appointment, and there was a whole, I think it was Chicago PD was being filmed on Michigan Avenue. If any of you watch that show, it's always being filmed around here, but it was being filmed, and I'm like, oh my God, great. It's like there's masses of people watching the filming, and I couldn't find any street parking, and that's all there is where I was. And I went up the street, and like it was completely all around within 2 blocks. It was like full. And I went down the street and I made a U-turn, and I was like, what the hell? I'm like, no. Here's how I manifest. I lean back. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not that girl that says, oh, I have to stop. No. I'm like, no, there's going to be a parking space and I'm just going to lean back. No, this is mine. I always get parking in the front. And I crossed the road, and bingo, literally right there, less than 30 seconds. A car pulled out right in front of where I needed to be. And I'm like, that's right. This is more like it. This is how I roll. Right? I like to say that song, like, this is how we do it. I love that song. And every time I see a success story in my Facebook group, that's what I write. I'm like, this is how we do it. Right? Because it is supposed to be effortless, no trying, but it's leaning back. You're not forcing, you're not trying, you're not making something happen. Because if you feel like you're leaning in to make it happen, like you feel like you're controlling or you're trying, or you're like, oh my God, I'm screwing up, that's when you want to make yourself lean back and go within and focus on changing your self-concept, right? You can do that with sleep affirmations, with the nighttime meditations. Some people like to visualize themselves already being confident. You can do that. I personally don't do a ton of that. I do really fasting. It's like, yes. And I have like 3 techniques, I think, on my channel that I use. And those are just used for fun, though. I made those videos for you just to have fun and test it, okay? Because really, you don't have to do anything. What you need to do is lean back and trust and believe in yourself. That's all we have to do. So it's kind of like when you learn about manifesting, you think that there's all these rules and these things that you have to try and learn how to do, and you have to change how you're thinking and what word you're using. You can't use, I want. It's like I say I want all the time. And I said I wanted a horse. That's past tense. That's not saying that I have it. I don't go say I have a horse, because every time I would say that, I'm like, no, I don't have a freaking horse. I'm like, I want a horse, right? And then boom, there it is. Do you see? I want my son to be happy, healthy, and fit. Boom, done. Do you see? So don't get caught up in rules, or am I saying the right word? Am I saying the right affirmation? Is there a right affirmation for this? No, all of that is extra. You don't got to do the extra stuff. You don't even have to visualize, because it happens automatically. Think about it. When you're feeling good, right? When you're feeling good and you're like, hell yeah, everything's going your way, you're automatically thinking fun thoughts. You're like, oh my God, I want to go do this. I want to call this friend. I want to go here. It's like, ooh, this shirt looks good on me today. You're just feeling, you're like in your vibe. You're not forcing anything. You're just automatically thinking really cool thoughts about yourself. So you don't have to force this. You don't have to make anything happen. So I'm really bummed that I can't see your chat, but look, it worked. I don't know what happened. Yay! What do you mean? I know what happened. Let me look at really quick. Hello. Hi, you guys. Let's see. I'm sorry, Rick. Too bad for you. That's what you think. That's what you believe. I'm not here to change your mind about positive thinking. Let's see. Hi, Rosie. I love you too. Let's see. Yes, I know, isn't it? I'm so happy that I can see your guys' comments. Are you like, you guys are saying what? I'm thinking probably about my horse. Oh, Sue, I'm so glad the sleep meditation is helping you too. A lot of people are just saying so many wonderful things. And it's like, you guys, I use them too. I'm not telling you guys, like do this. I'm not doing, no, I do it too. Everything I talk about on my channel about like suggestions on what you want to do, it's like literally every course that I've written is because I've personally gone through it. So like when I did in like this lady that I'm going to post her success story about her SP, she's an email client. So I do email coaching as well for any of you that don't know. I do offer email coaching, and then I have all these little courses that I do that are really nailing an area of your life. If you're just like, I don't know how to get past this, it's like, you don't have to do it, but everything that I've written, all my courses, all my programs, everything I do is based on my personal experience and things that have helped me transform. Again, you don't need any of it, right? However, when you're going from here where you don't believe in yourself and you don't feel worthy, you don't feel good enough, you don't feel like it's possible, you don't believe in manifesting, to go over here, I'm powerful and invincible, I can have whatever the hell I want. It's a little jump, okay? So can you get there in imagination like this? Yes, you can. Okay, yes, you can. But once you get there, you have to stay there, right? Because that's where people are like, yeah, I feel it and I did it. But then things trigger them and take them off their course. Why? Because they still don't believe in themselves. They don't trust in themselves, and they don't trust that this is going to stick or is going to actually happen. So going from here to here, it's a little jump. So any little course or any email coaching that I do is to keep you on point, to keep you laser focused on what you want, and to show you, like, look at how you're talking, look at what you're doing, look at, this is the beliefs that I'm catching and picking up from you that are standing in your own way. And that's what I do with the people that I work with. It doesn't matter what the topic is. Let's see. Yay! You're getting your horse. I know, it's so crazy. I know, it's so cool. I'm just like, what the hell? It's like, I don't know if I'm still like a little like, oh my God, I'm actually getting a horse. This person is their ranch is very far away from here. So I'm like, I don't know if this is going to be the situation for me. So I'm just going to play it out. I'm going to lean into it because I don't know. You see, I say yes to everything and I don't question it. And I know that everything has to conform and twist around and turn to make it convenient for me. So I don't know how this is going to roll out. So I'm just like, this is so cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I got my red lipstick on today. I'm talking to you. Yes. Let's see. I'm not paying for anything, Rick. Everything is being given to me. I haven't paid a dime for a horse or a refrigerator or anything. So, and you know what? If you want to be a Debbie Downer, you can go to another channel and do that. I don't really care. Let's see. Yes, manifested a brand new cell phone for free. That's right. I got a free car. I didn't pay one single dime for it. Literally. I think I paid $70 for the registration. I didn't pay a single dime. A friend of mine gave me a free car last year. I sold my old car. I didn't want that car anymore. And I was like, you know what? I don't know what kind of car I want. I'm just going to get a little used car for now until I decide what my next luxury car is. And I was like, this is how much I want to pay and blah, blah, blah. And I got a free car, literally, not a dime. So let's see. Let him feel the way he feels. He has to be open to it. That's right. You can't force this stuff. And I'm not here to force anyone. I'm like, I don't care. Believe it or not, you are manifesting 24/7. So I literally asked for one of your lives with the word I want. And there you go. I really appreciate your answer to my question for the last few days. I've been looking for an answer, and doing well, so in creating the life I want. I didn't see your question, Curly Brown. Did I miss it? Let me scroll back up here and see. I don't see your question. Curly Brown. Aaron, your success story was absolutely incredible, Rosie. How do we feel the wish fulfilled or enter the state? So it's not about trying. Those sound like techniques that you learned. So you don't want, it's not about you going into trying to get into the state, okay? This is more about you focusing on you, feeling confident and you trust in yourself. This is where you want. If people are asking questions and doubting and they're like wanting to know how to do this and is it possible to do that, that to me shows me right away that you don't have faith in yourself, that you don't believe in yourself, that you don't believe that this is possible. So here's a side note. I didn't fully believe that I was going to get a horse. Okay. I didn't fully believe, like even me saying this out loud makes me giggle, right? But I wanted one. But what I do believe is in me. You see the difference? It's not about believing in the thing. It's about believing in me. I believe in me and I don't need the horse to manifest to believe in me. I don't need anything to manifest to believe in me. I believe in me no matter what. No matter what. And I also believe I'm worthy of whatever I want, that I'm good enough for whatever I want. I believe in these things. And when I feel a little wonky and I fall off the wagon because something happens or I wake up in a mood or whatever, I do the same things that I'm asking you all to do, right? Is put the focus back on you and listen to the meditations, right? Imagine yourself, like one of the things that I love to do is I love recording myself and being about what I already have. Okay. So it's like what my end state is. I listen to and I speak as if I'm already there. It's like, I feel so amazing now that I believe in myself. I feel so good, right? I have everything that I want. And I will do whatever it takes to get me back on focus, right? When I notice myself taking a detour emotionally or mentally going down a rabbit hole of what I don't want, because you can still manifest. I've manifested a lot of amazing things when I don't feel positive. I've manifested a lot of things when I'm in a grumpy mood. I've manifested a lot of things when I'm crying and sad. So it's not about being positive. It's about believing in yourself. And believing in yourself includes that you are a freaking human being with emotions and that you can be anxious, you can worry, you can doubt, you can fear, you can have all those emotions, but you're not identified by these emotions. Who you are is pure love and believing in yourself. You're like, yeah, I can still have these feelings and I can still get what I want. Those emotions or thoughts, negative thoughts, don't mean that I'm not going to have my desire. They're just thoughts. Like yesterday in my Instagram post, I said, fast doesn't mean better, right? If you're seeing other people fast, like building their business faster or manifesting faster or whatever, faster does not mean better. Fast just means fast. So what you want to do is be steady and focus on your lane and what you're doing. But what I see people have done is they look at what other people are doing and how they're doing and how come it works for them, right? And not you. That is what you don't want to do, right? You want to build up speed, put the little horsey blinders on and stay in your lane. Make it about you, all right? Your cat died last Monday. Since I know we create our world, I wasn't finished. Rose, my question, did I manifest sudden death? You know what? First of all, it's not, you don't have to, people get really concerned about, did I manifest someone dying or those kind of things, right? I personally believe that everyone here already comes in with an agreement, and we do this before we're even born, that we will die sooner or later. So no one is going to physically live forever, because first of all, that's not natural. And if we were all like that, we would be like walking zombies and everybody would be freaking the hell out, right? So when something occurs like that, it's like, you know what? I don't know how I manifested this, and I don't know if I had handed it, but somehow, some way, this is going to work to my benefit. And it sucks that your cat died, and I'm really sorry, because losing a pet is like really hard. And I've lost several pets over the course of my life, and it sucks. And allow yourself to grieve the loss of your pet. Allow yourself to feel bad but don't blame yourself for your cat dying. Okay? Do not, because your cat, the body is gone, but the cat is still here. And I know that sounds woo-woo, but we are one. Everything is connected by one power, one energy, one source. We are one. And it is spread out, like Carl Jung said, right? It's like one power, and then it's all spread through all the living things in everything we see, everything we interact with. It's all energy. So your cat is still actually really here, and it might appear in a new kitty for you. So I don't know. I don't have the answers to why your cat died. And I know it sucks, right? But I just know that everything works for the good of you. So whatever's happening in your life is happening for you. And it could be a desire manifested in a different way. I don't know. So, do you believe in reincarnation? That's getting down a weird trap, but so that's getting down a weird thing. So what I do know is that, again, our bodies die. This is what I believe, that our bodies die, but who we are doesn't die, because our bodies are in this world, and we are not of this world. We are in this world, okay? And we are here to enjoy our life, to have our desires, to have what we want. And that is where I put my focus. When I get distracted with, about, reincarnation or whatever, those kind of things, I'm just like, okay, so I know when my body dies, my essence of who I am is still living. It always will live. It's not going anywhere. I still talk to my mom, my dad, anybody that has passed. I'm like, I still know that they're very much a part of me. So it just depends on what you choose, what you want to believe is the bottom line. Okay. Who cares what I believe? What do you believe? That is what is important, because I can tell you something, and then you can decide to reject it, accept it, disagree with it, and then go off into a Facebook group and have arguments about it. And let me ask you, what's the point of all of that? Does it help you in any way to help you feel good right now in this moment? Is it giving you a desire? Do you want to get involved in that discussion, or do you want to actually have what you want right now? That's my mentality. So you're welcome, Curly Brian. I know, my baby. So Ish, your kitty's still there. They don't go anywhere, right? They literally don't go anywhere. I feel all my pets, anybody that's lost, I feel them with me always. And so that's my belief. And I know other people have different beliefs, and that's okay. I'm not here to say any of you are wrong or right. I'm here to say, believe whatever the hell you want, because you are God, you are powerful, and you get to decide what you want. All right. So, all right, my loves. So I'm going to go now. I've been on here for 38 minutes. So I just want to share with you these success stories and that confidence. If you manifest confidence, and you will, and you can, and it's possible for all of us, that you manifesting confidence is 100% possible. Why? Because you are confident already. So you're not here to try to learn confidence. If you don't have to focus on, oh my God, how do I become confident if I've never felt confident? It's like, understand that the core of who you are is confident, is love, is peace, is everything. It's pure. Okay. And what you're doing is you're unpeeling the layers, letting go of believing that you're not confident, letting go of believing that you aren't worthy, letting go of believing that you can't do something. This is what we're doing. And you letting go of all this crap is revealing who you are. It's like a phoenix rising out of the ashes. It's like, this is who you really are at your core. So we're just like letting go of layers, like cleaning out the closet of all the old stories of all this belief. Okay. So I hope that explains it. So remember, you are already confident. So And manifesting that, when people say, like, I feel so confident, I feel so peace, I feel good about myself, right? And like one lady I posted, she recently on one of my success stories, she said that she lost her dad about a month ago, and that she was really struggling and really lost, and that listening to my sleep meditations, she feels peace again and everything just clicked, and she feels relaxed and feels confident, feels like herself again, because do you see, we all have what we desire already within. We're just letting go of everything. Okay. We're letting go of things. And I understand that, especially if you're new or you've been trying, there's no trying here, right? You are just allowing by letting go of old stories and old beliefs about ourselves that you're limited. And the number one way, if you're a doubter and you don't believe, test it. Test it. Test it. That's all I can say is test it. And you will see if you can manifest a coffee, a parking spot, a horse, a car, a computer. You can manifest anything. Okay. I'm doing this all with y'all too. Okay. So I'm constantly testing it. And how? I put a hell of a lot of focus on me, on what feels good, and trusting in myself and believing in myself. Whatever makes me happy, that is what I do. And if something is presented to me, if I get an idea, like, okay, I feel like changing pictures on the wall, I'm like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Yeah, it's time. Let me do it. Let me switch pictures. How the hell did I know that was going to lead to me getting a horse? Just to change a picture? Do you see? So people underestimate their nudges, that pull to do something, right? It's not a force thing. It's like, I'm going to go do it. No, it's just like, oh yeah, like that picture would be cool there. That's what a nudge feels. That's what an inspiration feels like. It's like, yeah, I feel like redoing my bedroom. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I don't like these pictures. I don't know why I just keep dealing with it. I'm like, no, I don't like this. So I literally went to a store and one day bought all this new stuff for my bedroom, because I'm like, I'm a queen. I deserve a queen's bedroom, and I want to feel luxurious and amazing when I go to my room. And that is exactly how I feel. So I don't question things. I just go with it. I just allow and I lean into things. I say yes to things. All right. So I hope that too. Thank you for the success story. Oh, you're welcome. Yes, you do feel alert. Sleep meditations are helping me so much. Thank you for everything you do. I've been following you for a while now. Yay. I'm so happy, Curly Brown. So, all right, my loves, I will see you guys soon. All right. And thank you for being here, and have a wonderful, beautiful day. All right. Bye.